So how are you today?
Been very busy, but in a really good way. Doing lots of interesting things.
Yeah, it's a busy time of year for everybody. So we haven't got huge amounts of time today. So perhaps you can just remind me what we discussed last time. What were the action points coming out of that?
Yeah, I'm hoping that you can help me with that a little bit. So as I mentioned, I've done some literature review about what is SOTL, how do you go about doing that kind of thing. Don't have a lot of experience with that. But it's something that I think is important, that allows me to reflect on how I teach, why I teach, I think. So hopefully you can guide me in terms of how I can progress that idea.
So what are your kind of plans? What are your milestones for that? So what were your targets really? What are your goals for SOTL?
Look, I think last time when we talked about it, we discussed how it could potentially align with the promotional applications.
Yeah, I think that's a really good starting point. I think if you're going to get into SOTL research, I think the first part you have to do is start to learn what other people have published in that particular area and then adapt it to yourself.
But the other thing that I'm also looking at is the fellowships. I'm hoping that I'd be able to achieve some of those fellowships as I go through this process as well. What's your thoughts on that?
Your main goal when you spoke to me last time was getting promotion, okay? So you've got to work backwards from that, when you're going to put your promotion application in, what your SOTL outputs are going to be, and then when you're going to do your SOTL research, and then when you're going to do your publication. So I think one of the targets I want to set for our next meeting is do that timeline. Mm-hmm. So your promotion application, which is quite a way off, okay? How many SOTL publications you would want to add into that, what type of research you're trying to work back to, and then, right to the very beginning bit. And then I think we can track that through that particular program of our mentoring.
I think that would be quite good, actually, absolutely. And I still need to get my head around the SOTL literature and how do I progress that, what aspect of my assessment and feedback that I want to explore as well. So I think I'll probably need a little bit of time before I can come back to you and talk to you about it, perhaps.
Yeah, I think that was good. And I'll get my program of work together. And maybe just to help you a little bit, we'll do that just before the 4 weeks meeting. So I'll send you what I've got. So just inform your practice. Where should we meet next? I think we should do coffee.
Coffee sounds really good, actually. That sounds excellent. Thank you.
Yeah, anywhere to get out of this office would be great. Okay.
Thank you.
See you then.